So one of the interesting things that I want to talk about the eyes is a lot of people don't realize that our eyes are really always in constant movement. They're always twitching and moving or vibrating, if you will. We think that we're staring at something in space, but the eyes are always moving. And we want to be really concerned and conscientious about what we're putting on and around the eyes. Not all products are okay to be around the eyes. And you'll be able to read, the trio. You don't want to put it in the eye, but you'll notice I'll put it around the orbital bone and let it kind of seep in so that I can get those benefits on the very thin, delicate, unique nature of the skin on the eye. And so we want to be really cautious. Oftentimes people will say, well, I have really sensitive eyes when they're wearing different makeups and things, and they're just not aware that that sensitivity is really due to them having an allergic reaction. That, if you have products that are really meant for the eye or that are so clean and able to be around the eye, that is going to keep your eyes more fresh, keep you from having bloodshot eyes. I realize it's dry outside in the winter. We all struggle with that. I'm a contact lens wearer, so I'm always struggling with dry eyes. And then we have our Puffy Eye Cream. What I love about this is it just takes a little, but it's got that sensation of the depuffing effect as you put it on around. So you can layer these two. So in the morning, if I haven't rested well or I've had a lot of salt for whatever reason, if you're like a wine drinker and you wake up with a little bit of puff, then you can also double them up, or you can use one or then the other. And I just play it by ear depending on what I need from one day to the other. And then finally today, I'm going to show you my Ultra Rich Moisturizer. Now, technically I have really oily skin, but as I'm getting older, my skin is changing. And what I've been learning through natural skincare is that when you use the right oils, it will control excessive oil production. Plus, when we're going through the change of life and our skin is changing, elasticity is changing in the skin, that's where things like the glycolic toner, things like your vitamin C with the caffeine therapy, things like your trio of the peptides really are helping to control my oil production so that my skin is more balanced. So people with dry skin typically have more water to their skin but less oil, so they get dry quickly. People with oil-rich skin, when I was younger I used to call it greasy skin, typically produce too much oil and not enough water. So the perfect moisturizer, if you will, for anyone's skin is the right balance of water to moisture. Or to oil to create that perfect moisturizer. And so for me, what I find is even though this is a more emollient product, because it's so clean and it's so light, but yet so deeply drenching and moisturizing, I, as someone with combination skin and or more oily skin in the summer, I can get away with it really easily. It's non-comedogenic. I don't break out with it. So with the Ultra Rich Moisturizer, I'm just doing 2 pumps. It doesn't mean you can't do more, but it just a little goes a long way. And being that I was out in the snow, shoveling in the wind, and my skin was exposed, it's just good to be able to experience more moisture. Reapplying that to the skin so that the skin can rehydrate. And you'll notice I put what's left of the product on the back of my hands. So as I got into my 50s, I'm 51 now, I started noticing, I was getting a lot of spots on the back of my hands, and the back of my hands were really sagging. And it's interesting because the back of my hands look much more youthful than they used to. And I know I don't have a before or after, but once I started getting smart and moisturizing the rest of that product in. So you really want to get these products on the face, on the neck, and on the back of the hand, you know, because it's just so good and so healthy for our skin. What we put into the body also helps build up the body. And what I love about this is when you go to bed at night and you sleep on your pillow, you're not going to have any kind of residue, any discoloration. This is a great prep for makeup. I've been watching all of these makeup tutorials and makeup artists that are talking about, I got a skin prep before I put my makeup on so that my makeup looks fabulous. But if they were really using great skincare, they wouldn't need all that prep really on their skin, because right now my skin is really drenched, it's really moisturized, and it's ready and prepared for makeup. So thank you for coming to Erica's skin regime or regimen. I'm going to be breaking down other products specifically in other videos. I'm going to be talking about the mud line in other videos as well. So just to reiterate, this is the 4-ounce raspberry scrub. Then I go in with one of my cleansers. There's the facial wash, the Freshen Up Apple Cleanser, and there are even a few others. Those are just the first two I'm talking about today. The Glycolic Acid Toner. Why do you need a toner? A toner balances the pH mantle on the skin, and we want to have that balanced before we go in and put more emollient products. Then I go in with my vitamin C, especially in the morning, to depuff, to give that extra protection of the vitamin C, and that prepares the skin for the trio of peptides. And this trio of peptides is hands down ahead of its game. It really is like 6+ products in one. Then after that, I go in with my eye care. I love my Ultra Firm eye peptide. I also love the Puffy Eye Cream. There's even another one I'll talk about in the future that's really great as well. And then I go in with the Ultra Rich Moisturizer. So this is my wintertime regimen. I'll be showing you some of the other products that I love for the summer as well, and that I also love for evening. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day.